Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you guys been doing well. It's your boy Limbo here, back with another video. And I got a quick little rant because I'm on a away little vacation right now while I'm, posting this video. I'm going to be in New York throughout Saturday and Sunday, so I won't be going live or anything like that. But I needed to record this video at like 10 p.m., 11 p.m. on a Friday night after coming home from work. But listen here. Call of Duty content is so dead that somebody dead ass made the craziest post that I've seen on Warzone. I'm not gonna lie, like, dude, I don't know how else to really explain what this tweet is and or what this thumbnail is and or what the title is, right, for this video that we're gonna be, just like looking at it, because I'm not gonna watch the video because, bro, this is crazy. Like, I'm not gonna lie, this is some crazy ass work. I don't know how in the hell this was approved by him, his thumbnail artist, the title. I don't know how this YouTuber, I don't know who it actually is, because the guy that tweeted it, Zen Nav, who is a Warzone streamer, bro, he didn't want to spread this guy's name at all, because this is actually bad. Okay, I want you guys to read this tweet from the top all the way to the bottom. Zen Nav tweeted out this: "Who the fuck told this guy that this was a good idea? Skull emoji, prayer emoji." And as you guys can see, the little reveal, look at the title and thumbnail of the image that he linked up. "I became a N-word hard R," not with the A, the hard R, "for 24 hours on Warzone Rebirth Island." And this is 16 hours later, and this only got 338 views. It probably has more, but nobody in the replies that is a well-known Warzone creator, nobody knows who the fuck this guy is. I don't know who he is at all, but look at the thumbnail. Why does he have, why is he holding KFC chicken? I really hope to God that, like, the thumbnail artist is a black person, because, dude, what in the hell? Oh my God, dude, the KFC chicken, why did they make him hold it? And you know what's crazy? The KFC chicken looks better, like, better quality than his actual photo of the gun and the background. This is so bad. This is so bad. The only person, right, that like remotely knows who this guy is Lucci, and all he said was, bro, all his other videos were pretty normal. Then he just full sent this shit. Laughing emoji, crying emoji. And nobody knows who he is. Literally nobody knows who he is. But this goes to show how dead content is, where people have to be racist to their own race to make a fucking joke. I don't even know if I want to laugh to this. But, like, the thought process and, like, just thinking about, like, yo, this guy fully came up with the title, the thumbnail, paid somebody to do it, or did it himself. And to add on top of that, he added this shit onto YouTube Studio, title it this way, and fucking click post. That is still crazy to me. Oh my God, I really wonder how this video is doing now, right, on YouTube. Like, I hope that this video popped off, but, like, I don't know what to say. I'm, like, searching it up right now on YouTube because, I want to see what happened. But obviously, I'm gonna, block everything else. But, like, still, who the hell actually thinks about this? Like, how dead is Warzone content or just Call of Duty content in general, where people are relying on making racist jokes before the video even starts, right? Like, for Vanoss Gaming, like, dude, him and his whole crew have funny-ass racist jokes about, Vanoss being Asian, Wildcat being white, and all that stuff. Shit like that. Oh, I found the video. It only has 1.4 thousand views in 2 days. Bro. What the hell? This is a... He changed the title. He went from the hard R to the N-word with an A. God damn. He went to the silent A. Listen, man. I don't know, bro. I really don't know. Like, this guy is apparently a creator for Soar Gaming. I don't really trust that. But I wonder how they, like, let him fly with this. I really am, like, wondering, like, dude, did he mention this to any of the leads at all? Because this is something crazy. Right? Oh my God. I'm actually shocked right now, bro. I really am. But I mean, I hope that goes to show how dead Call of Duty content is, in the sense that, like, yo, people are willing to make this kind of joke just for clicks and views, right? Obviously, at the end of the day, for YouTube, man, you're trying to get people to watch, you're trying to get people to fucking, get entertained and all that stuff, right? And they're just trying to get people to click on your video. That's the most important thing for a YouTuber, to have a good title and thumbnail. As most of you guys know, I work with the Rick's thumbnails. I do his thumbnails, and we've been killing it recently, right? But, like, that title and thumbnail is what's most important. But I didn't think we would go to this extreme for the Call of Duty community, man. Literally everybody, from Warzone content creators, Warzone people that exposed, they're all like, what the hell? And I think the best question and best tweet that I saw was this. This guy by Equid said, 338 views, 16 hours. Was it worth it? And I want to add on top of that, 1.4K views in 2 days. Was it worth being, like, not even racist to somebody else, but racist to yourself and, like, all that stuff, dude? Because I don't imagine me, like, making a joke about, like, Asians and all that stuff for a thumbnail and title. I would make it in the video, but I would never make it my whole entire title and thumbnail. And even then, like, 2 days later, it's still something like that. Like, I really don't know, man. Oh my god, bro. But, like, I think a lot of people need to realize, like, dude, this is how bad Call of Duty content is and how saturated it is, to the point where people are willing to go this far in order to stand out. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is a bad way of standing out, okay? And I think a lot of people need to understand it, like, take a step back, like, yo, man, maybe we're just not creative enough. And I've been seeing this other Warzone creator, I'm pretty sure he does, like, he does, like, big map Warzone content. But he was talking about it recently, and I gotta find the tweet right now live when I'm recording this. But essentially, he was calling out people for straight up copying and pasting ideas. But at the same time, right? At the same time, I think a lot of people need to understand that this kind of content nowadays is what happens. Everybody's going to be copying, pasting. I feel like a lot of content now is 90% copy and paste, and the other 10% is actually, like, taking an idea and twisting it to their own content, right? For example, like, I don't really, you know, always agree with some people's opinions, right, that I even watch and support. I'll have it, like, a step back, like, wait, what did they just say, right? And, like, really analyze and try to, you know, like, understand where they're coming from. But, like, this guy named Shady Only, right? He has 1 million on YouTube, 1.7 million on TikTok. He literally tweeted out this: how to be a content creator in 2025. Copy pasta. At least change the damn title or thumbnail, or fucking twist the idea, right? And as you guys can see, he has a whole entire plethora of screenshot of YouTubers just copying either his videos or you know, taking each other's videos and all that stuff, right? Similar thumbnails. But I think I think YouTube itself has just changed so much, and I feel like a lot of people, like, this is why I say, like, yo, for Mr. Beast, I see why a lot of the OG creators, like you know, the Vanoss crew people, right, like Dahi Denogla, Terrorizer, Jacksepticeye, a lot of the OG YouTubers, right, that we grew up watching for gaming, have all said that, like, YouTube is no longer YouTube, and, like, people like Mr. Beast ruined it. I see why, because literally more people are worried about how many clicks, how many views, how many likes, how much engagement could I get from this one single video, and there isn't a lot of creativity anymore. And I totally understand if somebody were to say, I don't have creativity, but this is, like, the kind of content that I like to make. I like that old school, sit down, talk kind of style. Like, I think the only thing that would really make me different from other creators like me is if I started doing live commentaries. But if we're being honest, bro, would you guys rather watch a live commentary when I'm playing a shitty game like Black Ops 6? Or would you guys watch me, you know, talk about something that I put a lot of research into, like a day or two of research into, gathering evidence, you know, forming my opinion, and, like, actually trying to have a civil conversation that's worth listening to and talking about? I don't know, man. I think it's just, like, a fine line that I and so many other creators have to walk. But I totally understand where Shady's coming from, where it's like, dude, people are just full on copying, pasting each other, and, like, not really having their own creative ideas when it comes to the content itself. Maybe their opinions are the same, because a lot of people that do this kind of content where they're doing, like, Warzone challenges, all stuff, right, they have all the same opinion about two-boxing, reverse boosting, having bot lobbies, etc., etc. And I think it's just, like, a matter of the fact that, like, we have to separate how our opinions are from our actual content, and, like, we have to try to make a difference in our content and try to stand out from one another. And I think that's really hard to do with today's day and age of just, like, people being able to go on a full-time job kind of part when it comes to being a content creator and doing YouTube and, like, just doing straight up content. People are more worried about, like, yo, how am I going to pay the bills for this month? Like, you know, I totally understand that, but it's just such a 50-50 line that every creator has to walk by and walk on. And I totally understand why people copy and paste and all that stuff. But at the same time, I really miss the YouTube era of, yo, let's see what kind of video I can do that's original, that I made up or had my own twist on it. And can I make it better than the person that I'm inspired by, right? I think that's what a lot of people should be doing. But the fact that people are now willingly going out of the way to make crazy ass jokes about their own race or their own skin color just for clicks and views, just to get 1.4 thousand, even though my videos haven't been really popping off, right? I've been consistently posting and I've been getting way better consistent views. It's just crazy to me that, like, dude, COD content or Call of Duty itself is so dead that people are willing to make you know, thumbnails, you know, roasting themselves, calling themselves the hard R, right? Or just talking about their race in a negative light, or people are willing to copy and paste and straight up just take people's ideas. But it's just crazy to me that, like, either the game doesn't provide it, or the viewers or the creators' brains are so brain rotted and not that creatively good anymore that people either just don't watch, or people can never make up a new idea. I don't know. It's just a little rant for me about YouTube, Call of Duty content, and like the lengths people are willing to go for clicks and views. You know, I think that's really frustrating about this current day of YouTube. And like, I think that's what's most frustrating about this current day and age of YouTube, where like a lot of old YouTubers are literally saying like, yo, you should have done YouTube when you were like 6 years old. You know, like you can't be the kind of YouTuber we are if you're trying to do it now. You've had to done it like 10, 12 years ago. But yeah, I'm gonna end off the video here. I hope you guys enjoy this little rant. It's 11 p.m. when I'm recording this, so I appreciate all the love and support. Drop a like and hit that subscribe button if you guys enjoyed. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think. And yeah, this has been your boy Limbo. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.